everyone, it's Eleanor Hode here. It's a pretty cold day. I'm out in the garden. We're just coming up to the end of January, and sometimes at this time of year the winter can feel like it's dragging on and on. But I've been out to the park today and I've collected something that I wanted to show you. So in here, this is my little pot of hope for the spring. So at first glance it might look like a load of dead sticks, but actually these sticks have all got something quite exciting happening to them at the moment. So we're just starting to come out of the winter, and this is quite a big time of change for our trees. So the sap in the trees will be rising. At the moment during the winter, all the energy of the tree is really in the roots, but now the sap will be rising and it will be starting to form those little leaf buds. So soon the leaves will be opening, and that really is one of those lovely signs of spring when we start seeing those trees change into being covered in leaves. So I've collected some different examples of trees and I'm going to talk you through them, because often this is a hard time to identify trees, because in the summer and the autumn and the spring there's plenty of clues. We have the leaves, we'll have the nuts or the fruits, we'll be able to look at the bark, we'll have everything around to identify the tree. At this time of year it can look like just some sticks and nothing really there, but you just need to look a little bit closer and get used to looking for all the clues that are there. So who should we start with? Let's start with this one. So this was the first one I found today. So can you see those are the leaf buds coming at the tip? This is from a beech tree. So they have quite long, slender leaf buds forming with the little scales over, and they'll open up into really bright green, luscious leaves to start with. And you can see how they branch out like this upwards. You often have one or usually a pair at the ends. Usually a pair at the tip, and they're quite soft. And if you're looking for beech trees, there's often more than one of them. They have quite smooth bark, and you will often see, this is one of the clues to look for if you're not sure, remains of the leaves that have dried in the autumn, but there often are remains of the leaves on the floor. And with beech you'll also see the shells of the beech mast, which are their kind of nuts. Let's see if I can find it in my book. So I would advise you, if you're going to go out and do this, take some secateurs like these. Just take a really small little sample from the ends, nothing too big. And when you get home you can pop it in some water, and you'll find that some of them the leaves will actually open, like if you were putting flowers in water and they open more. Some of them they'll actually open, so it's quite nice just to bring a little bit of that hope of spring into your house. Put it in a bit of water. So take some secateurs, snip yourself a little bit, and then I would always recommend getting yourself a decent guidebook, something like this one. This is the Collins British trees, and this actually has a section just about sticks and how to identify them, so that's really useful. Another one I like is a simple one, spot 50 trees. So let's look up beech in here, and we can see a little bit more about the beech tree. And there's its leaf, how it will come, and there's an image of what the tree looks like, and there is our stick, and you can see it matches. So having a guidebook like this is really good, because it will help you identify things you're not sure of, and that goes for any plants we're looking at in the wild. So that's our beech. Let's put that one down. Right, oh, who should we have next? This is a special one, because this one, if I can show you, on the tips, we've already got a little leaf coming, which is quite exciting. This is elder, our fabulous elder trees, where we love to get elder flowers to make cordial in the summer, elderberry to make our lovely syrup over winter, full of vitamins, antiviral. This is a really beautiful tree, Mother Elder. Now if you're going to take a piece of elder, don't forget you must ask the elder mother whether that's okay first before you take it. if you don't hear anything, then she's saying it's all right. Okay, so you can see that the little buds on these are very purple. And on this one, yeah, already starting to come. And they're quite sort of gnarly. So elder's the one that's famous for when you cut the wood, it's hollow in the middle. It has a soft pith that you can poke through. So it's great for making little beads and whistles and things like that. So there's our, and that one just gave me so much hope. You can even just see the flower bit forming in the middle. Beautiful. And again, if we just look in our book for elder, then you'll be able to see that's the tree. There's the berries, and there's what the leaves will look like when they've fully formed from those tiny sprouts. So that's elder. Who's next? Oh, I think I want to show you the special ones. I've been excited about these. You might have noticed there's one that really stands out from the rest. Look at that, look at the colour of that. That's a type of hazel. That's actually from my garden. It's witch hazel. And at this time of year, it creates these beautiful, you can actually see it in the background up here, creates these beautiful, beautiful yellow flowers. One of the only things giving us colour at the moment. Really fabulous. And this is also hazel. So this is a piece of contorted hazel. It grows in a sort of swirly shape. Now the lovely thing at this time of year, I hope you're going to be able to see it, is we have, can you see those tiny red bits? Those are the flowers. Those are the red female flowers. And these are the male catkins. And at this time of year, if you get in really close, you can see these tiny red flowers. So this is a really good time to have a magnifying glass or one of those little eye loops for looking up close, because those are so tiny, but they're so bright red. They're fabulous. So that's hazel, witch hazel and contorted hazel. But just the normal hazel has the same sort of flowers. Let's look in our book again and I can show you. Those would be the leaves for hazel. And you can see at the bottom it shows you those catkins, the male catkins and the female red flowers, both there at the same time. Right, so that's hazel. They're a really good one to find at the moment. Now this is a nice one. This is a tree that will be one of our favourites later in the year. Look at those buds. Quite different. Can you see they're in pairs like this? And they're really sticky. So that, on the end of there is this really, really sticky sap stuff. So that is a horse chestnut. So that is the tree that's going to make those fabulous conkers for us in the autumn. And we've used those for making soap, actually, for washing clothes. And of course, conkers are great fun for conker games. So the horse chestnut, let's just get you a picture of a horse chestnut so you can remember. That's the one with the big, I always think of it like a hand because it has the 5 leaves. And look, there's a picture of our sticky bud with the pairs of buds going down the thick stalk. There we are, horse chestnut. Lovely. It's nice getting to know these trees throughout the year. They really do become friends. On to this one. Very bendy. This is our old friend Willow. This is from a weeping willow. And yeah, they have alternate. You see those teeny, teeny little leaf buds going all the way up. And this is that lovely bendy tree that we use often for weaving things and making things. See if I've got a picture of Willow in my book. Yes, we've got a picture of Willow there. And there you go, you can see the long leaves. That's what will come out of those little leaf buds. Just showing us what's coming as we move a bit more into spring and out of this cold, cold weather. So who else have we got in here? I think that's another conker. Look, you can see the stickiness. This is a good one. This is an easy one to identify at this time of year. It's very different. Can you see how black the tips are? They're a bit like a sort of black dragon's claw. Very, very black and in pairs. that go in opposite directions up the stem, and then 3 buds at the end. This is ash. Now, poor old ash is really under threat in this country because of a nasty disease called ash dieback. So we're going to lose a lot of our ash trees in the coming years. But it's really easy to spot now because it's not just an old stick, it's got these fabulous, very, very black. If you look at them, they almost look like how charcoal looks. Very matte black. Let's see if I've got a picture of an ash in my book. No, I don't think I do have an ash in here. Let's see. We'll take a minute, we'll just look it up. I would have thought there would be an ash in here. Ah, I know where it will be. It should be here at the beginning. Nope, they've missed it out. I'm not sure why. Okay, so that's an ash tree. And who's left? Anybody else that's worth telling you about? Ah, yes. We'll do this as the last one, I think. Or we might do 2 more. So this one, again, very different colour. Can you see it's almost red? And the little buds are red. The colour of this is like a brownie red, but the tiny buds, and can you see they alternate? Dunk, 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 dunk. And they almost start to slightly zigzag. So that is the lime tree, our common lime, Tilia. It's not the same lime that you get lime fruits from. This is a lime tree. Let's see if we've got it in our book. We do have this one. There it is, our common lime. You should recognise this. This is the main street tree planted in Birmingham. You'll find it everywhere. These big leaves at the pointed end. They have a lot of the growth at the base often. And then the flowers are the most delicious tasting tea you can make with them. Very relaxing and calming in the summer. At the moment, just look for those little red buds going back and forth on our lime tree. Okay, so that's those. And let's do one more. So this one is from silver birch. So they have very thin, they're a little bit zigzaggy. You can see those little brown leaf buds alternating, going up. And this is an interesting tree for this time of year, the silver birch. You'll remember it with the white bark that's really good for peeling off for starting fires when we're lighting a fire out in the woods to keep warm or to do some cooking. It's a great bit of tinder to start the fire. But the sap from this, lots of people drink. So they'll put a little tap into the tree and let the sap flow out and drink it as a delicious spring tonic. Let's see if silver birch is in the book. Yes, it is. And we'll see. That's what the leaves look like. They're very small though, the leaves. They're tiny. They're more like that size. And you can see the alternate buds, and it'll have little catkins like that at some point. So that's our silver birch. So my challenge for you is head out into your garden or your local park. Take some secateurs or some scissors that are okay to use for that purpose, and snip yourself off just some little pieces and try to identify them. It's not a load of sticks, it's really coming to life now. We're really going to start to see those changing into leaves. And the thing I like to do next is see whose leaves come out first. It's a bit of a race because there's a really wide amount of time that the leaves come out. We saw the elder already opening with its little leaf there, but some of them are really late. Like last year the ash was really late opening. So get looking at what's happening because spring is coming. I promise it's going to get warmer. So let me know in the WhatsApp group if you find any fabulous leaves budding on the trees when you go out for a walk next. Enjoy! Bye!